Hello, hello. Welcome to another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And what you're seeing, or perhaps seeing right now, is some very, very curious cougars that are just given access from their indoor bedroom. Be 1, 2, 3 cougars there, and they are searching for some scatter feeding enrichment. Lots of other fun things were just placed in their habitat. But hello everyone, welcome to another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. This is Olivia, and the cats that you see before you would be Donoma, Noah, and Langley. I was actually just having some discourse with caretaker Alyssa. She is calling these three the 3 wild now, which may make sense when you first say it out loud. Obviously, 3 wild-born cougars. To me, this group is the 5 wild. That's what I refer to them as. Originally, this was a group of 5 wild-born cougars. Unfortunately, 2 of those members have since passed. We're kind of going back and forth, but whatever you want to call it, that would be Langley making that big jump there. We are with these 3 today. And like I said, they just got some really fun scatter feeding enrichment. I heard they got a new toy scent enrichment. Looks like Mr. Noah kind of getting the last remnants on that hammock there. Would we call it a hammock or a swing maybe? I really love that jump from Langley. And I love this view of Noah here. That's too cute, too funny. It looks like Donoma coming up right the middle here, and Langley over there. But I'll get into some comments here. I'm pretty enamored with our cougar friends, as I'm sure you are as well. So yes, that is Donoma. That'll be right up front and center as I say hello to some of you. But good afternoon. Welcome. Hi, Kristan. Hi, Henyata. Good to see you. Kathy Ryan. Lisa Wallstorm. Germ. Hello. Marcy saying they are beautiful. They sure are. Robin. Kathy saying perfect timing. I just got out of the pool. Oh my gosh, Kathy. That's amazing. What a great day. Pool and then a live post with the Wildcat Sanctuary. I can't imagine a better day. Good afternoon, Kendra Ditto. That would be Noah under the cave there and about to pop up on this cave, I would assume, and Langley just behind him. Robin saying, great jump to Langley, who's now in the middle. Hard to kind of tell these 3 apart. Langley and Noah, which would be the 2 cougars on the right there, are related. They're brother and sister. Donoma is a surrogate sibling, not genetically, I guess genetically related to them since they're all the same species, but not family necessarily, but family through circumstance. All 3 of these cougars were unfortunately orphaned in the wild and came to the sanctuary through their own circumstances. All of our cougars are wild-born, and usually what happens is, tragically, these cats end up in a situation where they have to be in captivity. So usually that is a situation where they're being orphaned. Their mother is either hit by a car, maybe shot in human-wildlife conflict. But for whatever the reason, they end up with that state's U.S. Fish and Wildlife, Forest Service, you name it. And then there's usually a 24-hour window for those animals to find placement. Otherwise, they are euthanized. It's kind of a tough thing with these wild-born animals, since they can struggle in captivity, but I think that really goes to show what your support provides. Obviously, these 3 are very, very content with their wild at heart life. We take many steps and make a lot of effort to make this as a conducive environment for our wild-born residents as possible. But that's a little spiel there on these 3. They are nearing the geriatric age. I would even argue that you could consider these 3 geriatric cats. They're in that 15 to 16 range, definitely getting older. But clearly, those minds and bodies are still active. I love seeing them puzzle out this enrichment, and these 3 are always exciting. I remember around Thanksgiving time, they got turkeys, hanging turkeys, that they really had a blast with. And obviously, day to day, we're giving our cats different forms of enrichment, and today is scatter feeding, and they're thoroughly enjoying it. But back to the comments here, now that I've gone on my little spiel. Daria, I was hoping to see you on this live. Donoma, Langley, and Noah, your day is complete. Your sponsor, Kitty, says hello. Donoma is still puzzling out that swing back there with Noah and Langley kind of tag teaming this barrel. And I heard that it is wet food that they are going for today. So likely some Zupreme. You know, that zoo diet wet food. It's probably Zupreme today. And I heard there was some perfume sprayed on their toys. Lots of fun things to investigate. Gail, hello from Oregon. Hi, Sandra from Maryland. Good to see you. Sharon, another Donoma sponsor. Love your boy Donoma. Awesome that you're here. Yeah, any sponsors, I want to give you a shout out, so let me know. Langley, Noah, and Donoma here. Jay, I couldn't agree more. They're so beautiful and adorable. And Marcy, I love that comment too, especially since we were just talking about how these were wild-born cougars. How lucky are we that these beautiful animals are native to our country? I know, a really special thing, something that really stands out to me about cougars. Obviously, all the species that call the Wildcat Sanctuary home are beautiful and unique. We're very, very lucky to be around species like this all the time. But for cougars, they are native to North America. So the thought of seeing one of these cats out in the wild would truly be breathtaking, but I would not want to encounter one of them on a hike. So special we get to hang out with Langley, Donoma, and Noah today in this way, but truly incredible that they are a native species and native to Minnesota. There's not an established population in Minnesota, but cougars are definitely spotted, usually moving through the state to somewhere else. They range pretty wide ranges in the wild. So very active cats, very successful hunters, especially for their body size. Some things that help that would be those big tails. Those big tails help them balance out in the wild. They help them move at high speeds. They help them jump. Obviously, the other features that make cats cats, those keen noses, eyes, and ears. And of course, these are big muscular cats. They're very, very good at taking down prey larger than them. So cougars are a really neat species. I like kind of going into that, and we obviously appreciate and love our cats as individuals, but it's kind of neat to acknowledge what makes them what they are. Sharon Osgood, good afternoon to me and the beautiful cougars. Hi, Patricia. You love these beautiful cats too. Kathy Barton, I think, yeah, you're responding to that comment that we were just talking about from Marcy. Yes, as much as I'd love lions, tigers, and other wild cats were native, you wish they were native to the U.S., I'm kind of glad they aren't. Because there'd be even more of disgusting thievery and trophy hunting. That's a good point, Kathy. Very good point. Yes, unfortunately, trophy hunting of cougars in the U.S. is a thing. Very, very tragic and unfortunate. As these are really beautiful animals that all of us get to appreciate. We see how beautiful and incredible they are. Lee saying hello and saying that you love the cougars. Hi, Linda. Hello, Alex from San Diego. Patricia, Langley, and Noah are amazing, and they're kind of going towards the back of their habitat here. Let's see if I can get the camera up a little higher. Get a different view of everyone, maybe a little bit wider of a view. Obviously, our cats are in these huge natural free-roaming habitats. Let's get a very wide view. Can you see the cougars? Probably not as well anymore. That would be Donoma coming up to the cave here. But beautiful natural free-roaming habitats, perfect for these three. Very dynamic for these cougars. We saw Langley jumping from platform to platform at the beginning of the live. Good morning from Oregon, Cindy says. Hi, Cindy. Kenyatta, I agree. Cougars really have awesome tails. Really distinguishable tails. And they're huge. They're really big. And Kathy's saying the same thing. Great tails with even better faces. Samantha from Rhode Island, hello. Saying hello to the cougars. Lots of hellos to these three. I'm going to keep scrolling here. Phyllis Hunt saying that you see them frequently in Washington State. Thank you for taking 7 from our state. That's awesome, Phyllis, that you have a number on that. So 7 cougars here at the Wildcat Sanctuary from Washington. That's true. And that's cool that you get to see them out in the wild. I've never seen a cougar out in the wild. I kind of vaguely, I do think that Judson, maybe on yesterday's live or a very recent live, was talking about seeing wildcats in the wild. And I've heard his story of seeing a Canada lynx. He said that's the only species that he's seen out in the wild. Different for me, I've only seen a bobcat out in the wild. So I think seeing cougars would be quite impressive. Or a Canada lynx. I think that story is really, really neat. And I hope that in my time in Minnesota that I eventually get to see at least one of these animals, at least a cougar, at least a Canada lynx. That would be really, really cool. Let's zoom in on Noah here. Wow, Cindy, that's a really cool story too. I saw a cougar paw print at Mount Hood National Forest. It was huge, big paws. What a cool thing to spot. I haven't seen a paw print either. I think I've seen grizzly paw prints. Not a cat species, but another large predator native to the United States. I know that Judson has seen cougar paw prints. I've seen a picture that he took out in Colorado, which is really, really neat. Hi, Maria Stahl. Oh, Germ, okay. That you've encountered quite a few in Colorado, I believe is where you are, but you spend lots of time in the forest. Pretty much know that you have one male and two females currently. Wow, that's another great kind of tidbit from you, Germ. Very cool that you all have cougars in your backyards. Sheila, I agree that cougars are neat, and this group in particular is very fun to watch. Let's see here. Bree, definitely go back and see Langley kind of jumping from platform to platform. These three and Andre and Carlo I've always been good at jumping from platform to platform. I have a number of pictures of Langley especially kind of jumping not only from platform to platform, but those poles too that kind of stick and extend beyond the platform. It's really quite impressive, even in their old age, but especially when they're younger, to see them go as far as they do and reach the heights that they do. There's a lot on our Facebook if you even use that search tool on Facebook. What do you think, Noah? That's Noah again. I feel like it's really important to point out who's who here, because I know that they can kind of all blend together, even for me. I'm looking at very specific features on them. Noah and Langley look quite similar, but Langley has... Oh, and this is Langley. See, I've already had a flub. That's Langley that was at the top of the cave there. And I said it was Noah because they do look similar. But Langley has pointier ears. That was my giveaway just then. Amy Bliss Coleman saying it's a mystical experience. I'm assuming referring to seeing a cougar. Trevor saying hello to the beautiful babies. Lisa Parker, that's neat. You used to have a bobcat come out of the woods behind your house a few times. All right, maybe we should move with our crew here. We can take a little walk around the bend here. The time that I've seen a bobcat was in North Carolina. Bobcats are obviously a very, very adaptable species. They range quite widely across the U.S. I think probably in most U.S. states. I can't say for sure, but I do think that they're probably in most U.S. states except for maybe Hawaii. And yeah, I've seen bobcats in North Carolina, not in Minnesota yet, but there are a number of them here. I know that for sure. Okay, that's so funny. Oh, bummer. Noah was just kind of putting his front paws on this pool here that is turned over. That pool is turned over, and he was kind of grooming himself. It was quite a polite and posh way of grooming. And Langley finding a good shady spot. And I'm assuming caretakers probably put some wet food up on that pool ledge as well. Amy Bliss Coleman saying that you often follow paw prints hiking in the woods or snowshoeing up in the mountains. What a neat trail to follow. You just got to be careful doing that. That's the only thing is I'd imagine that I would be quite intrigued doing that out in the wild, but definitely be aware. There you go, Langley. Getting up on top of that pool. Noah on the edge there. Oh, that's very sweet. Kind of checking in with each other. Marcy, you were glad to hear Judson's story about seeing a lynx in the wild. He was responding to you, saying that you finally got to see a bobcat, that's right, in the wild last Friday. It was super cool, although only crossing a road. That's what it was. I remember now. I remember overhearing this on the live. These two. Very cool. I'm glad you got to see your first bobcat, too. Maria saying hello to the cats and the doggy here. Very nice of you to acknowledge Kiara. Carrie Miller, I think that's probably a fair comparison, that bobcats are the coyotes of the cat world, that they can thrive almost anywhere. I think so. Bobcats are really, really durable and sturdy little cats. I mean, we obviously see that with our bobcats here, but even in the wild, they really are tough kitties. Ooh, Sharon, I'm reading all of your stories here. This is really neat, what you're sharing. Sharon saying that your brother lives in New York, and he has seen a cougar paw print and deer prints in the backyard. I lost my place. So obviously, the cougar was hunting. Interesting. Wow, wouldn't that be a phenomenal thing to see? Lynx and bobcats up in Maine, Amy Bliss is saying. In the Northwoods, I'm sure. And so that would, encompass the native cat species here in the United States. It would be the cougar, Canada lynx, and the bobcat. Two of those cats sharing the same genus. We're doing some science nerdiness, everyone. Just bear with me here, but it is really fascinating. Canada lynx and bobcats do share the same genus, meaning that they're pretty much cousins. They're pretty closely related. Cougars are in their own genus. They obviously look different than Canada lynx and bobcats, but that genus would be the lynx genus. So a bobcat is Lynx rufus, and a Canada lynx is Lynx canadensis or canadensis. I don't know the specific how many N's are in there, but it's a mouthful. And cougars are Puma concolor. Germ, that's a fun fact. Bobcats can jump up 25 feet in the air. I wonder how far cougars can jump. I'm sure one of you can put that in the comments. And I bet Langley can definitely hit that number. I'm sure Donoma and Noah could too at one point, but those boys I don't see jumping around as much as Miss Langley anymore. Well, thanks, Carrie. That's very nice of you to say. We like getting the benefit of your bioscience-y banter, Olivia. Thank you. Sometimes I wonder, I could really nerd out on this stuff. I think it's very interesting, but thanks for enjoying it along with me. And of course, always fact check me if you know better, because I am no expert by any means. Okay, Germ, I misspoke, or I misread, I should say, 25 feet in length, not height, LOL. That makes way more sense. I should have put two and two together there. They cannot jump 25 feet in the air. That definitely makes sense. Good afternoon, Faith from Wellington, Florida. And Barbara, tigers can jump high too. All cats, really. High, far and long. Quite athletic animals, but I'm sure you all know that with your house cats at home. Although I'm sure some of you would argue that some of your cats are probably couch potatoes. I think my cats fall more in the category of athletes. They never seem to slow down. There you go, Noah. And Noah is getting a little bit older. And I'm glad to see him kind of picking a really nice spot to maybe take a breather, catch some sun rays. Langley opted for something different over here. Catching some shade. Andrea, okay. I'm from a train in Sweden. Yay for Wi-Fi on the go. Cool. That's really neat. I hope you are enjoying your trip. And if you'd like to share anything else, that's really neat, Andrea. Elsa, hi from Portugal. Okay, lots of people from Europe in our comment section right now. Hello and welcome. And if you're new, you can let us know as well. Cindy Logan saying hi and happy Tuesday. Hi, Cindy. Also, that's nice of you to say, beautiful cat. They really are beautiful. And I'm not sure where Donoma went. Langley and Noah settling down in maybe the same spot. Nope, Noah's on the go. Langley just behind him. Kathy, hello. Saying hello to me, the TWS gang, and the kitties. You will have to rewatch because you missed some great biology. Well, thanks. It's interesting, I'd say. I appreciate that. Ooh, Amy Bliss Coleman. That's cool. You watched one chase a rabbit, a wild chase. Love the bio background as to the experience. Cool. And thanks for the feedback. Always appreciate that. We're all kind of nerding out in the comments here. We're all being little mini biologists right now, sharing our cougar and bobcat sightings and stories and signs that we see as we're out in nature. I love it. And I'm trying to get some eyes on maybe Donoma. Looks like there goes Langley. Langley bouncing around once again. That's hilarious, Marcy. Your cat Minerva, is comparable to a herd of elephants when she tries to wake me up in the morning. She's only slightly bigger than ALC Minerva. Well, your Minerva might be related to my two boys because I also think they would be part of that herd of elephants. They are quite loud as well. And Kathy saying that your Spazzy is in the same group going down the steps. Alright, I was going to see if Langley maybe jumped around a bit more, but it looks like she's settled down, so maybe we'll settle in right with her up on that platform. Yeah, we'll settle in right with you, Langley. That's a good spot to kind of keep an eye on everyone. Let's see. And excuse me as I run through the comments here. I feel like I've missed a lot of you, but as always, if I do miss any of your questions, know that we will definitely get back to it after the live. I always love the questions. Yeah, Sharon, I think Noah's back in. He is getting a little bit older. I think Tammy's touched on that in some of her Wildcat wrap-ups. Sometimes he can lose his footing a little bit, but he's doing well. He's definitely on our radar. He gets medication every day. But if you do notice a little wobbling, yes, that is indicative of Noah's age. But obviously not slowing him down one bit. There he is again, kind of moving around, making sure he's got everything. Hinata, that's because Ziggy taught your cats, referring to my cats being loud and like elephants. I think my cats think they're dogs, and I think Ziggy thinks he's a cat. I think everybody's mixed up in my household. Maria asking a question about Noah. That's just signs of old age from Noah. I do believe that Tammy has touched on it in some of her Wildcat wrap-ups, but thank you for your concern. We always appreciate that, and Noah's doing really well. I'm enjoying seeing him enjoy this enrichment currently. And Langley, finally, just like all of your cats at home, I'm sure, settling in after a meal with some grooming. Aw, Cindy, that's very kind. Excellent care at the sanctuary. That's very, very nice. Well, we couldn't do it without you. I think that's obviously the common theme here is that we're all a team. We're all part of the greater TWS family, and without you all, and I know that we have so many sponsors in the comments, so many supporters, and none of this would be possible without you. Not this enrichment, not this beautiful free roaming habitat. I always love doing the wide view. It's all made possible because of a collaborative effort, so thank you. But it looks like Langley's settling down. Noah's kind of finishing the rest of the crumbs, wrapping it up over here. It was really fun kind of delving into cougars and bobcats and enrichment and the 5 Wild today. We covered a lot of topics, so this was fun. But I think we'll probably take Langley's cue here and wrap it up ourselves. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for another live. Today is Tuesday, so of course tomorrow will be another fun live. Monday through Friday we go live here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And yeah, just thanks for spending time with us today. And until next time, bye everyone.